Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. In this video we will discuss Ukraine's right to self-defense against the Russian attacks. Now, having the right of self-defense doesn't mean that you can defend yourself however you want. That means you can't commit war crimes. You can't rape, you can't do other stuff, you can't kill prisoners of war, you can't kill civilians. You have the right, but there are limits. Correct? Correct. Now we have France. France, that country that is clean, never committed any crimes ever, was just defending itself always and forever, comes to defend Ukraine's right to defend itself. But that's a big freaking catch on this one. So look at this article. Comes from Ukrainska Pravda. It is from January 3rd, 2024. Russia is aggressor. And because it's an aggressor, they claim, France, Russia has the right to defend itself. France on explosions in Russia's Belgorod. All right, do you understand how idiotic and how criminal that is? So France says this: because Russia is the aggressor, Ukraine can commit war crimes, can kill civilians in Belgorod, because that's what happened. Do you think that's logical? Well, I will give you two examples when France was the aggressor. Now, with the victims with the right of self-defense, were they allowed to, let's say, bomb Paris, Montpellier, Marseille? What do you think? The answer will be, coming from a France, mais non, of course not. No, they can't. No. And I'm going to give you two examples: Yugoslavia, Iraq. And if you think that in Yugoslavia and Iraq were the aggressors towards France, then I don't know, you got to read history again. Maybe the right history? All right, let's see what these guys are saying. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs of France has commented on the attack on the Russian city of Belgorod on 30th December, which, according to Moscow, was launched by Ukraine with the use of cluster munitions and under the guidance of US and the UK. A representative of French Foreign Affairs Ministry at the briefing on 3rd January, as reported by European Pravda, the French Foreign Ministry, in the name of that, stated that Russia is an aggressor state, and I'm quoting, pursuing a strategy of terror, deliberately launching attacks on important civilian infrastructure, facilities, and violating international humanitarian law. End quote. They added that Ukraine is the victim of aggression acting in self-defense, according to Article 51 of the UN Charter. And I'm quoting, Russia has an opportunity to end this conflict and the human tragedy caused by it, for which it bears full responsibility. United States of America not involved. For this, it must withdraw all its forces from the internationally recognized territory of Ukraine, the French ministry stressed. After a series of explosions in Belgorod on 30 December, the Russian side reported about 25 people killed. Not people, fucking civilians. And over 100 people, no, civilians injured. Okay? Now, let's look at something else. The same thing is Gaza. When one side is killed, the other ones are just dying, like flies. I'm going to show you two little inconvenient realities. One is the war on Yugoslavia, the bombardment of France. France was involved. And this is what I found. This is from the Wikipedia page. The French Navy and Air Force operated a Super Entente and the Mirage 2000. This was, they tell the list to you what kind of aviation was used in Yugoslav force to attack the Yugoslavia, okay? Why? Because the whole shit here and all this garbage is not mentioned but the United States of America and Yugoslavia. Milosevic right there. You don't find anything else. You don't find the names listed. Who were the other guys? It doesn't say. You said NATO. NATO. Everybody was NATO. Objectives. NATO. NATO. I said, what country? I know France was one of them. So I found in the Air Force. That's what I showed you. Air Combat, whatever, Air Force, whatever down here. That was I started with. Aviation. That's where we find out it was the French. Well, who were the aggressor in Yugoslavia? Did Yugoslavia attack France? No. That means they were not aggressors against you. Did France attack Yugoslavia? Yes. So you were the direct aggressors of a country that did not aggress you. So Yugoslavia was the victim. Therefore, they were entitled, according to your garbage, to bomb Paris. Right? In self-defense. Mais non. Oh, oui. That's the first one. Let's go to the next one. And I did it in a hurry. I could have gone to Algeria and other areas, okay? But I said, let's take another one. US-led intervention in Iraq. US-led. Who followed? The followers. The followers right here. Do you recognize this country right here? Huh? Les enfants de la patrie. Diversity. Okay, so they were involved. Now, who was the aggressor country over there? Did Iraq attack France? No, mais non. Did France attack Iraq? Mais oui. Therefore, Saddam Hussein was entitled, according to your article from Ukrainska Pravda, to bombard your civilians because in self-defense. All that was on a lie, and you bought it. Okay, so again, why don't you shut the fuck up, clean your own backyard first, and then you come over and you lecture, right? These are the people who tell you what to do. These guys are in charge. Now, if you're a French person, you're upset with me. I did not say anything that was not true here. Everything I said was true. It is true, will be true, as long as we are allowed to read history. Now, you're upset with me? Don't be upset with me. Be upset with maybe someone's norms of behavior, someone's, how do you call it, virtues and values, who says, oh, they should do it over there, but against me, no. Well, that's not justice. So, can be upset how much you want. That tells me who you are. Whatever, it's not about you and I here. It's about these weasels who just make these kind of claims thinking that it's just going to be sliding like that. Anyway, that's why when these guys, the promoters of democracy, freedom, love, truth, all these things that are not there, tell us, hey, look at those guys. Oh, I will going to lecture those guys. Oh, no, those guys. And they have their skeletons right there, mountains of them. For me, it's like, fuck off. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.